13 products and technologies, which we lost in 2016. The current year comes to an end, before another one just a few days. Over the past 12 months in the IT industry there have been many good and some not. Often in summing up, remember the most successful debuts, the best innovations. However, CNN journalists have gone the other way and collected 13 products and technologies for which 2016 was the last. 3.5mm audio jack in iPhone. Announced in September, iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus are the first Apple smartphones, in which there was no 3.5mm audio jack and a regular headset connects to the Lightning port. If the bundled headphones are not satisfied, then output 3. To look for an alternative third-party manufacturers with the same connector, use the familiar ears with a 3.5mm plug via the adapter or via wireless. Samsung Galaxy Note 7. Fabled from the South Korean giant had become a bestseller, and was a failure. About an exploding Galaxy Note 7 is not heard unless cut off from civilization. It got to the point that passengers with this device stopped to let on board planes, and Samsung announced a recall of all sold devices of this model, losing billions of dollars. VCRs. The last VCR in VHS format off the line not 10 or even 5 years ago, but only this summer. Hard to believe, but the Japanese company Fune Electric has released this type of technology until July 2016. Analog cassette format VHS was developed by JVC Corporation and is presented on the Japanese market 40 years ago in 1976. Gyrometer. Gyrometer was a welcome gift in 2015, but in 2016, their reputation was undermined. After numerous fires that are caused by lithium-ion batteries, the Safety Commission U.S. consumer product called Gyrometer threat. In the end, many retailers withdrew them from sale, and transport companies have included them in the list of prohibited items to be carried in buses and trains. Manufacturers have recalled more than 500,000 gyrometers. Pebble was one of the originators of the market smart hours. But unwind on Kickstarter, she was unable to stay afloat for more than 3 years and was absorbed by Fitbit. The sum of transaction has made $40 million. Most of this money went to the repayment to the users of Kickstarter, which in the latest round of fundraising has invested almost $13 million, payments to investors and lenders. Microsoft Sunrise. Star app, whose name translates as sunrise, sunset in 2016. However, key features of mobile calendar, Sunrise, acquired by Microsoft in 2015, not sunk into oblivion. They are the software giant has implemented in their email client Outlook. Facebook Paper. Another mobile application that 2016 is the final year, called Paper. Its popular social network Facebook introduced 2 years earlier, giving the function of simultaneous display of articles and status updates in the news feed. Users can download articles to your phone and check your messages in Facebook without having to switch between applications. However, the popularity of Paper not used, and Facebook decided to close it. Apple Thunderbolt Display. Monitor Thunderbolt Display was introduced in 2011 and since then have not been updated. It had a diagonal of 27 inches and a resolution of 2560 x 1440 pixels, and to connect to the Mac computers used, as the name suggests, the Thunderbolt interface. In 2016, Apple announced the termination of its sales and presented his alternative 4K and 5K displays or LG. Google Picasa. After last year, Google launched the service Photos, contained 2 nearly identical online made no sense. Besides, Google Photos had a more developed functionality, which determined the fate of Picasa. In March 2016, the American internet giant has stopped supporting this service. Motorola. The second decade of the XXI century turned out to be for mobile business Motorola hard. First it was bought by Google, paying for a deal of $12.5 billion, and then it became the owner of the Chinese Lenovo, which he got for $2.9 billion in 2016. Lenovo announced that it will use the Motorola brand and replace it with the trademark Moto by Lenovo. Google Project Era. Modular smartphone Project Era was supposed to see the light in 2017, but in 2016, Google announced the freezing of the project. Alas, the idea of a smartphone, where individual components can be replaced by the user as the bricks in the designer Lego, it seemed the internet giant is too expensive. The BlackBerry. At the time, a BlackBerry smartphone with a physical QWERTY keyboard was not less popular than the iPhone now. But in recent years, Canadian manufacturer struggled with financial troubles, and eventually was forced to withdraw first from the development of its own operating system, and then from the design of smartphones. However, this segment of the market, the brand is not going away. The device for him will be to do TCL Chinese. In October, Twitter announced the imminent closure of the service short looping Vine videos. First, it was assumed that the mobile application Vine, generally not be supported, but later the developers said that they will keep it, but it will change its name to the Vine Camera. With its help you can shoot videos with a duration of 6.5 seconds and post them to Twitter. While features such as built-in chat, and the ability to put the huskies and leave comments, it will not